Is it time to buy or sell TQQQ ETF? In this video, we are diving deep into TQQQ. Our initial report was published on our website on Monday, the 14th of April, 2025. And now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 24th of February, 2025, our system has identified TQQQ as a strong sell candidate, resulting in a score of -6.47. Now, let us examine the performance of the ETF during this timeframe. The ETF has encountered a loss of 38.54%. This equates to an average loss of 1.07% each day since it was designated as a strong sell candidate. The exchange-traded fund is positioned at the upper part of a very wide and declining trend in the short term. This typically presents a favorable selling opportunity for short-term traders, as a reaction back towards the lower part of the trend can be anticipated. A breakout above the upper trend line at $50.48 would initially indicate a slower rate of decline, and it may also signal the first indication of a trend reversal. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential decline of approximately 46% over the next 3 months, with possible returns ranging between -60% and -45%. In terms of the longer horizon, our 12-month analysis projects a change of 12.4%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary between -11.4% and 127.26% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between $43.92 and $112.72. Our latest daily update for TQQQ includes the headline TQQ ETF price ended at $49.60 on Monday after gaining 2.1%. The TQQQ ETF price gained 2.1% on the last trading day, which was Monday, the 14th of April, 2025. Rising from $48.58 to $49.60. During that trading day, the ETF fluctuated 8.27%, with a low of $48.07 and a high of $52.05. While the price has increased in 6 of the last 10 days, it remains down by 13.44% for this period. Volume decreased on the last day by 34 million shares, with a total of 145 million shares bought and sold for approximately $7.19 billion. It is important to consider that falling volume on rising prices may indicate divergence and could serve as an early warning of potential changes in the coming days. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $93.79, while the lowest price was $35. Currently, the price is 47.12%, or $44.19, below the 52-week high, and 69.53%, or $113.19, below the all-time high, which was reached on the 15th of January, 2018, when the price peaked at $162.79. The ProShares UltraPro QQQ ETF, commonly known as TQQQ, has emerged as a compelling option for long-term investors amid recent market turbulence. On the 12th of April, 2025, analysts highlighted TQQQ's current valuation drop as a potential buying opportunity, especially for those focused on technology stocks driven by artificial intelligence growth. With significant investments in leading companies like Microsoft, Apple, and Nvidia, TQQQ stands to benefit from the projected boom in AI-related spending, further solidified by TSMC's impressive 42% year-over-year revenue growth. Despite the backdrop of tariff volatility, which has prompted many to maintain long-term strategies, these recent developments signal that short-term fluctuations remain pertinent. Analysts from JP Morgan also suggested that ETF inflows could indicate an end to the current market correction, positioning TQQQ for possible recovery. However, caution is warranted. Previous coverage pointed out rising valuation risks associated with TQQQ, underscoring the potential for high rewards stemming from its leverage, yet equally high risks, including negative compounding and sharp market reversals. As the ETF celebrates its 15th anniversary, now managing over $25 billion in assets, investors must weigh these factors carefully. In summary, while TQQQ presents intriguing opportunities in the tech sector, volatility and valuation should remain top of mind for both short-term and long-term investment strategies. The following signals have been identified for TQQQ. Volume decreased during the last trading day, even as prices increased. This creates a divergence between volume and price, which may serve as an early warning sign. It is advisable to monitor the ETF closely. Additionally, some negative signals have emerged which could impact its short-term performance. The TQQQ ETF currently presents a buy signal based on the short-term moving average. However, a long-term average indicates a general sell signal. Since the long-term average is positioned above the short-term average, this contributes to a more negative outlook for the ETF. On further price increases, the ETF is expected to encounter resistance from the long-term moving average at $60.48. Conversely, should prices decline, the ETF will find support at the short-term average of $45.45. A breakout above the long-term average would generate an additional buy signal, while a drop below the short-term average would reinforce the sell signal and strengthen the overall negative outlook. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Wednesday, April 9, 2025, and since then, the ETF has experienced a decline of 5.72%. Further declines are anticipated until a new bottom pivot is established. Additionally, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, MACD. Here are some additional signals you might find interesting. Moving Average Convergence Divergence indicates a sell signal. Pivots show a sell signal from 4 days ago. Bollinger suggests a buy signal from 8 days ago. The short-term moving average indicates a buy signal from 5 days ago. The long-term moving average shows a sell signal from 37 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 34 days ago. When we examine the 12-month chart, we observe the short moving average indicates a buy signal from 16 days ago. The long-term moving average shows a sell signal from 36 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 28 days ago. For more signals, be sure to visit our page at StockInvest.us. Let's discuss the support, risk, and stop loss for TQQQ. On the downside, this exchange-traded fund finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $46.14 and $41.25. There is a natural risk involved when an ETF tests a support level, as breaking this level could lead to a fall to the next support. In this instance, TQQQ has support just below today's level at $46.14. If this breaks, the next support level, based on accumulated volume, will be at $41.25 and $41.09. This ETF can experience significant movement throughout the day, indicating high volatility. With a substantial prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, this ETF is categorized as very high risk. Over the past day, the ETF fluctuated by $3.98, which is equivalent to 8.27%. In the last week, the ETF exhibited an average daily volatility of 20.19%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for TQQQ. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for TQQQ is at $52.61. If you do not own any shares, it may be prudent to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those who are already holding the ETF, this could be a key level to consider for swing trading. On the downside, TQQQ finds its first support level at $46.14. If this support level holds, it may present a favorable entry point, anticipating a potential rebound. Our assessment of this exchange-traded fund is unfavorable, and there has been no stop-loss established. Is TQQQ ETF a good buy? TQQQ exhibits several negative indicators and is currently situated within a broad and declining trend. Therefore, we anticipate its performance will remain weak in the coming days or weeks, leading us to a negative assessment of this ETF. Upon analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is undervalued. For trading on Tuesday, the 15th of April, we expect TQQQ to open higher by approximately 309 one-thousandths of a dollar, starting its trading at $49.91. It is important to remember that trading carries a significant risk of financial loss. We strongly recommend consulting with a financial advisor before making any decisions regarding the purchase or sale of securities. Your investment choices should not rely solely on the information provided by StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you acknowledge and assume responsibility for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.